I'll try to be as brief as possible to let my colleague Éamon get his due time. Minister, I'm going to focus on the on-the-ground issues, the ordinary local sports club, irrespective of what sport it is. Number one, what discussions have taken place in relation to insurance rebates, in public liability, in accident insurance for players that they play every year with their membership of most clubs, etc., etc. There should be a rebate. The department should insist on that from the insurance companies. The second one, I think we need to move forward fast in relation to juvenile sports. The summer is here. They're all going to be off school, and they've been off school for a long time. But it's absolutely vital that, one, we ascertain, do children transmit this disease or not? There seems to be a bit of evidence they don't. And two, can we get them back fully playing real matches at 10 and 11 and 12 as soon as possible, and upwards from there. The third one is club sport. Now, lots of clubs of all types have quite big perimeters. I'm talking about football clubs, hurling clubs, that kind of sport, outdoor sport, have quite big perimeters around our pitches. I think we need clear guidelines that if people stay apart, and they are fantastic in the local communities for doing this, that we can run local matches and we can have people at those matches, because in an awful lot of club grounds around the country there will be no problem putting 2 and 3 metres around the pitch for the spectators to attend. And let's be honest about it, sport without spectators, particularly local sport, 2 clubs playing in Kerry, it's not the same without the spectator. The next issue I'd like to ask you, will there be testing of players? Now, I don't know whether you can actually physically transmit it in the kind of close contact you'd have in a football match where you might bump off somebody for a second or two. I think we need to test frequently, and very frequently, particularly in the beginning. And finally, has consideration been given by the government for the mass events in funding temperature testing at the stiles in a number of grounds around the country, key grounds around the country, so that when the crowd would be going in, you'd have this temperature test, and if anybody had a temperature, they'd be picked up. You could do this where you're taking 20 or 30,000 people into the very, very big grounds we have, like the Aviva or Croke Park and so on. And that might allow us to move to that phase a bit earlier.